That looks about right. Title is updated. Sayori route is pretty much going to be started this stream. I'm kind of wondering if it's just going to all be, like, girls get kidnapped every route. You gotta go in and rescue them like the badass you are. Okay, so this is where I actually saved earlier, and I wanted to see what would happen if you made the other choice. You can opt to just abandon Yuri and leave the life you could have had behind. I want to see where this goes. At first, I was like, fuck no, I'm gonna stay with Yuri, I'm gonna just try and fight for this normal life I rightfully deserved after going through almost like a week of fighting these criminals and trying to save Yuri. Of course I wouldn't want to just abandon it all after all that. But let's just see what happens if we do it anyways. Let's just abandon Yuri anyways. And just when I want to live a normal life, it's taken. I lower my head and nod to Julia. When are we leaving? After your discharge from here. So around the week then? Maybe less. Yuri turns and runs out of the room. Seeing her leave hurt me a lot more than expected. I could barely bring myself to lift my head. I don't know if this epilogue is going to be all that long. It might be. I'll take care of the arrangements. You just rest up, and when you're discharged, I'll give you time to say goodbye. You do know that is going to destroy me, right? There's no other way. It's better this way. Trust me. It's kind of hard to trust you now. Julia looks hurt by my words. Just go. I want to be alone for a while. I see. Without saying another word, she turns and silently walks out of the room. Unable to really contain my emotions, I lean forward and rest my head in my hands. Not only have I created a life here with Yuri in the Literature Club, but I've forced myself to walk away from them, to leave them behind, to abandon it all. You're always the reason for misfortune. I mean, look at you, boy. You got that poor girl's hopes up just for you to cruelly stomp them back down. Hell, keep this up and you'll just be like your old man. No matter where I am in life, I have a reason for living that I'm not able to change. My life, my person, my existence belongs to Julia and the company. And as much as I want to reclaim it as my own, I have no power or authority to do that. More importantly, I belong to Julia. Since both she and Ashley raised me and gave me the life I have now, they provided a starving and dying child with a new chance of redemption. Now I'm a revenant. It's entirely possible that I don't even deserve a normal life. I am what I am. It doesn't matter how far I run or how much I hide. I will always be what I am. I'm just seriously starting to wonder how the rest of the character roots are gonna go. Are they gonna be similar to this or like somewhat different? Oh, Physicist, welcome back. You barely miss anything. I just want to see what would happen if I decide to actually abandon Yuri and the life I could have had. So, did you actually see the epilogue of the Yuri route yet or not? Do I need to fill you in on it? Essentially what happens after you rescue Yuri. A tool for others to use for their own benefit. You get more insight into the guy's background. Yeah, I know this. Lifting my head off of my hands, I lean back onto the bed and stare out the window. My shoulder being shaken for the 9th time tonight finally irritates me enough to respond. What do you want? Jesus, you've been unresponsive all day, just staring out that window. I want to check up on you. I know what happens after you choose to abandon or disobey orders. Okay, so abandon and disobey orders are like the two main choices. I want to see what happens if you pick the second one. The shock of everything makes it even hard to accept the feeling that I have, especially due to how close I was with Yuri. It feels so unreal. I want it all to be a horrible nightmare that I will wake up from, where I can go to school and attend the literature club with my friends again, but it's all very real. Julia snaps her fingers in front of my eyes and once again rips me out of my mind. I think maybe you need some actual sleep, or they need to lower the dosage of your painkillers. Julia, all I want is just to be left alone. I don't want to talk to you or anyone else. There's nothing to say. Well, isn't this a case of deja vu, huh? When Ashley and I first picked you up, you never spoke. Do you remember what you justified it as? You said there's nothing to say. Damn it, Level Engine, I can't have you reverse on me like this. Can you blame me for doing so? Julia, I am being taken away from a life that I've desired for a very long time. Listen, I know it's hard right now. But you will push through it. You've been through worse. I prefer if I hadn't. All of us do. Was there anything else you need? Other than that, no. So how long is this epilogue actually going to be? Even if I make the choice where I just abandon everything. I still care about you a lot. It might help to have someone with you for a while. Whatever you say. As the days passed me by, my thoughts are constantly returned to the literature club in Yuri. From the moment I made my decision, the resentment I had for myself shot up. I knew from the very start that something like this would happen. It's why I almost refused to talk to anyone at the beginning. But I failed to follow my own advice, and look where it got me. I not only hurt myself, but the girls too. They don't deserve that. They are all amazing people, and I swore to them I would protect them at all costs. Heh, nice one. On the day of my discharge, I was picked up by Julia and taken home to change my clothes. She wanted me in formal wear since I was going to the field office in an official capacity. When I was ready and everything that was necessary to take was packed, Julia drove me to school. And the entire way there, my stomach continually dropped. The absolute fear I have inside is almost too much for me to handle. Saying goodbye is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. Swallowing my emotions, I gather up enough courage to grab the handle and open the door. Are you asking about Yuri? Yeah, I did. I also went through the previous choice where I decided to just stay with the rest of the literature club after having gone on a temporary assignment for another 6 months. And then after that 6 months was over, I got to actually stay in the neighborhood I wanted to stay in. I was so afraid it was going to become like a permanent reassignment again. And then we just had to start everything over. After, I don't know, like almost a week of just fighting criminals and trying to save your girl, and then you gotta just throw it all away and start over again. I was totally expecting that plot twist, but no, we got the happy ending. So at least you get to pick your ending here. But even then, I still really love what exit music and even what Rain Clouds did. Rain Clouds gave you that last choice, but even then, it didn't matter. Remember when it had you choose between whether or not you wanted to have Sayori kill herself or try and stay alive? If anyone hadn't played Rain Clouds, I'm gonna spoil the ending for it. It's a Doki Doki mod from Sayori's point of view. She has this one final choice as to whether or not she wants to just kill herself off or try and stay alive for main character. No matter what choice you pick, she still kills herself. Like, you can choose to have her try and believe that she can't just kill herself for main character's sake, but Monica just convinces her one last time to just do it, and then it happens. No, I will do this myself. Alright, I'll wait in the car. She reaches into the backseat and hands me an umbrella, which I refuse to take. Traversing through the school, the empty hallways make the echoes of my footsteps all the heavier. It's a workout just to pick up my feet. Does this mod let you change your name once you start a new game? I don't know. My body and heart are doing everything possible to keep me from doing this. But I can't leave without saying goodbye. It's now or never. All 4 girls are sitting down at the group of desks in the center of the room. Their watery eyes all stare back at me, begging for me to give them good news, and for once I'm completely speechless. Words fail to come to me in this situation. If so, name your character Samos Armand. As in the Baptist that the Space Pirates are friends with, not as in the Bounty Hunter that we're playing as in Metroid Prime. What can I say? After an excruciatingly awkward moment of silence, I finally am able to break the tension. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all of you. Sayori gets up from her chair and walks over to me, her arms outstretched. I open mine and allow her to hug me. You don't need to say sorry. It's not like you can do anything about it. I understand that sometimes we just have more important obligations we have to honor. How many times has Samus been called Samos? Between like Metroid Fusion and Metroid Prime Google translated, honestly don't know. In Metroid Prime Google Translate Edition it was probably only twice. Metroid Fusion was probably like a couple more times than that. I mean, there was definitely more text referring to her directly, so of course, it would only make sense. Level Engine. I know you have to leave, but thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. You've taught me a lot about myself, and you helped inspire courage and self-esteem inside of me that I never thought was possible. And even though you have to leave, I will always cherish the memories we shared together. Yuri's words hit me really deep inside. I feel this thing of tears develop in my eyes. Desperately trying my damnedest to stop them, I fail horribly. Yuri. No matter what happens to me, and no matter where I go in life from here, you will always be in my heart. You will always be a part of my life where I can say I actually had fun. You, Yuri, are someone that I love. Yuri tries to look away, but ultimately runs to me and Sayori and joins our hug. She sobs into my shoulder, causing Sayori to cry as well. Natsuki and Monika look at each other before joining our hug, tears filling their eyes as well. With all four girls in my grasp, I finally decide to allow myself to express emotion for one last time. Why did I have to do this to these girls? They don't deserve to have their hearts broken like this. Especially by someone as horrible as me. I know I only came here to say goodbye, but I can't bring myself to let go of them. If I could have just spent more time with these girls, if I could have prevented everything that happened, none of this would be happening. I wouldn't be a broken man, they wouldn't be hurt. But I guess men like myself only exist to harm. So I must go before it's too late for me to say goodbye. Sayori goes back to her desk and puts her head down on it. Natsuki covers her face and walks quickly into the closet where I can hear her sniffle loudly. Yuri keeps her hands placed on my chest and looks down at the floor. Monika just stands in front of me, unsure of what to do. Monika? Yeah? Thank you for welcoming me and letting me join your literature club. It's not my literature club. It's our literature club. You will always have a place here with us, in our hearts. I reach over and wrap an arm around Monika and pull her close, and do the same with Yuri. I want you two to take care of yourselves and the others. Can you do that for me? I take it they can. And then I have to leave. I'll never be able to forgive myself for this. Nor would I ever ask for forgiveness. As I reach for the car door handle, I hear someone calling out behind me. Level Engine, wait! Turning around, I see Yuri run out from the school's front doors and into the rain towards me. Tears covering her eyes, her eyes red from crying. She reaches me, looks into my eyes, so on and so forth. I hug her as tight as I can. I know I can't change things, but I just want you to know something. What is it? Yuri rolls up her sleeve on her school uniform, exposing her right forearm. A poem is inscribed in black ink across her wrist. The words are spaced so perfectly that they cover her scars. Before the rain starts to blur the ink, I gently run my fingers over each word as I read. I always wish the stars would shine as bright as day, over the hopeful dreams of tomorrow through my scars of yesterday. The brightest one I followed with its light to guide my way. But just like all the others, it seems this one too will fade away. Looking back up into her teary eyes, I choke up a few tears myself. Level Engine, I love you. I love you too, Yuri. But it just wasn't meant to be. We share in a kiss for a solid minute in the cold rain. When we finally release each other, she looks back into my eyes. Goodbye, Level Engine. It takes the remaining amount of my strength just to respond with the entire reason I came here. Goodbye, Yuri. When I close the door behind me, Julia starts the engine and accelerates. As the car gets further and further from the school, Yuri remains outside and watches me leave. The last look I get of her was her dropping to her knees and placing her hands against the ground. Okay, so there aren't credits after that ending. So I guess you have to pick the happier ending to see credits. So again, we can just Okay, they're not letting me choose a new name. Do I want to start from chapter 1, though? Because what if I just see mostly unchanged dialogue I want to fast forward through? Unfortunately, I'm mandated to keep my hair below a specific length. I wonder how much of this dialogue I might have already seen. The train comes to a complete halt. The passengers around me, myself included, stand up and begin to depart our vessel. The moment I step out onto the nicely maintained concrete, I hear a voice calling out to me. I'm guessing this is the old man that used to be an acquaintance, the guy named Jeff. Maybe I could just fast forward to chapter 3, perhaps? I don't feel like actually just going through all the original dialogue again. Try skipping the dialogue. Or better yet, I could just go back to the main menu. And pick chapter 3 or maybe chapter 2 instead of chapter 1. Okay, I don't want to just jump that far ahead. Black sedan. I don't feel like jumping that far ahead. Maybe I'll jump to chapter 2. I feel like skipping the intro. I'll jump to chapter 2 and just play from there. I mean, I've seen the introduction already. So I'll just skip the introduction for every other girl. He said he'd join. That's great, I'm relieved. Finally have our 5th member. I don't clean my room that often. What if Level Engine came over? He'd see your room all dirty, silly. Why would he be in my room? Huh? Huh? Monica! Sayori's reaction causes Monica to giggle. That's gross! Alright, I'm sorry. I step out onto the back patio that leads to my backyard. Silence outside makes it easier to think. Go get this, go deliver that. I wish I could just say shut up. Wasn't trained for office work. When I was permitted to come here, I was told I was going to be a reserve. Only used when absolutely necessary. Wasn't trained to do your intern's job. I'm not your toy, I'm not such. Not something I can run from. That's not what caught my attention. I hear something in the bushes nearby. I'm guessing this is the same guy that was outside Sayori's house, if you just... No matter what route you take, I'm guessing you're gonna encounter this guy no matter what. Yeah, this is the same guy we encountered the first time we played this mod. So I think I'll just fast forward past this again. This guy just apparently trying to peek into Sayori's window, so I get into a fight with him as such. You know you can turn on skip unseen dialogue? Let me see. Oh, that helps. Yeah, I will just fast forward, pardon me. Sayori, obviously. Oh, this guy is a better character model than what he looks like on my version. Are you talking about the boy outside Sayori's window? She lives next to me and is so far closer to me than the rest of the girls. Plus, she isn't that bad to be around. I think I'll save here, and then continue playing from this point onward. Might as well join them. Oh, Level Engine, hi! What are you two doing? Well, we're working on a new poster for the festival. Interesting, let's see. I'm actually really tempted to skip forward to the good part, but maybe we can work up to it, and then the good part will be even more exciting. Sayori holds it up for me to see. I really want to fast forward to the good part, but... No, I don't think I'll do that. It's a colorful poster with some rather neat handwriting. It presents a pleasant message that intrigues the reader to check out the club for more information. To be honest, it isn't that bad. But must there be that many colors? Yeah, draw the person in! If you say so. Did you want to help with something? Well, I'm not really creative. I just came over to see what you girls were doing. Mainly to see what Sayori was doing. Alright, well we're pretty much finished now. I walk next to Sayori, placing my hands on the desk. Hi, Level Engine. Yo. So about earlier. Yeah? I want to kind of broaden on that a little bit. What do you mean? When I said there was nothing to worry about. Yeah? Don't completely rely on me or anyone else to protect you. I'm just wondering if every other girl is gonna get kidnapped like Yuri. Because I still remember that one mod, Time to be an Epic Hero. I think it was like Sayori had her depression and then like the other 3 girls just got abducted by some character. All of which whom were working for the quote-unquote observer. Who Scott seemed to be working with, but I'm trying to remember like all the details of Time to be an Epic Hero, but I don't think I do. I do remember it was the same plot line that was used for 3 of the 4 main characters you could just try and date. You should always keep a constant vigilance about you. The one with the realistic police officer? Oh yeah, that one. Well, Level Engine, you seem like you can handle yourself when things get difficult. And if you were there to defend us, we would appreciate it quite a lot. I can't guarantee I'll always be around. What do you mean? Well, I mean exactly that, Sayori. Life can change and affect all of us, so I can never really guarantee I can be there. Eh? You're so sweet, Level Engine. Sweet wasn't what I was going for. I was merely explaining to her that my job can easily change things. I could just get called off and never come back. I don't want Sayori to think of me as a crutch. Anyway, we have some free time before the poems. What do you suppose we do? I don't know. I think spending time with you is good enough. So what are we planning to do for the festival? That means you will have to read a poem publicly too. What? Yep. Remember how you told me yesterday that you would join the club? Yeah, I guess I did. God damn it, I guess I dug this hole myself then. I guess you're right. Actually, yes. And then I went off on some sort of tangent and tried to explain what Black Yuri would look like. Because in Hard Time, you pick between like 3 skin colors, white, Asian, or black. So I'm trying to imagine how he'd incorporate the same thing into that mod. And then I just tried to picture like Black Yuri. Or any of these girls being black instead of white or Asian. Why not? You're a club member. Sayori, my type of conversation isn't the norm around here. I can barely express emotion or feeling. But I know you can do it. Writing poetry helps me with some of my problems. Can't it help you too? Not with who I am. And then there was still that Time to be an Epic Hero mod that had some gems in it. There was that sort of fight scene between Sayori and Monica that I think might have been in some video game. With Sayori saying to Monica, ready to get your ass kicked. One of her attacks she could have used against Monica was a swear jar, which she throws at Monica. And not to mention, there was the whole saving Yuri from Scott, and then like about 2 minutes later, I was then informed that I lost Yuri to Scott. Despite the fact that she was actually still on screen with the other girls in front of me, and I was being told that I actually didn't save Yuri. So like, did I save Yuri or not? Or even worse still, living together until my marriage with Sayori. Sayori stiffens as if she said something she didn't intend to. I mean, it is hard for me to ignore things people say. Level Engine, you are my friend. And if you ever need help, you can ask me, okay? Right. And the same goes for you, Sayori. What am I even saying? I guess I'm growing to like these girls. Never noticed that typo, and yeah, that was in Time to be an Epic Hero as well. You will live together as a couple until your marriage with Sayori. Especially Sayori. Sayori hops up in joy and wraps her arms around me. Gah? Woman, I told you about this. You need to give me a fair warning. Haha, sorry. I forgot. You're such a pain at times. Hehe. Sayori giggles at my comment. So what are you planning to read out loud to the club? The poem? I don't even know yet. You basically just told me I had to do so. And I'm not very happy to do this. I'll think about it tonight. What's she so happy about? You always have this look on your face. It's scary. Damn, so here you are insulting me for my looks. Thanks, Sayori. I didn't mean it that way. I know you didn't. See, just like that. You have a great smile. You don't need to hide it. Whatever you say. You don't need to hide it, she says. It's not the fact that I'm deliberately hiding my smile. I just don't smile that much anymore. Still, I remain with this fake smile since it eases Sayori. It's something that I've done for a very long time. Level Engine, are you okay? I look back into her eyes. You look like you're thinking pretty deeply all of a sudden. Oh, well, I guess I am. I can't really wait for the festival. And hopefully we can finally get some new members. Well, just make sure you plan everything out correctly. I know what we can do! You can help me hang up these posters. Yeah, I can help with that. I lean back onto the desk and look at my watch. I anticipate every second. I've made a habit of following the beat of every second. It helps keep you focused at even the most stressful of times. Because how I look at it, time is both a boon and a burden. Other times you're awarded the luxury of it, and still, other times you're severely limited by the lack of it you possess, and having little time and leeway can get something done, can cause a lot of unnecessary stress. I've learned to counteract this by keeping the beat with each second every so often. It helps you learn that each second is crucial and not to be wasted. But in a scenario like this, time isn't my enemy. Okay, ready to go? As ready as I was when you left. Sayori and I walk out of the club room towards a bulletin board a few classes down. Does this look like a good place for a poster? This is a rather popular part of the school, so I'd say so. Sayori approaches the green board, which has several other flyers and posters littering it. Posters for different clubs? Yeah. Since the festival's on Monday, a lot of the other clubs and groups are trying to advertise. A band club, a modern art club, there's even a group advertised for social media and networking. There certainly are a lot of things students can do here after school. Yeah, but don't get any ideas. You only just joined and everyone was already starting to like you a whole lot. I'm not leaving the club, Sayori. Can you hand me a strip of tape? Yep. So we're just hanging up posters. I think I can fast forward through this dialogue. Okay, everyone, why don't we share our poems now? Alright, Sayori, let me see what you've written down. Yay, I'm glad I get to share my poem with you. I've been looking forward to it all day. Don't get all excited. Oh, this one again. I look up Sayori and blink my eyes a few times. This is a bit more symbolic and a little more solemn than your last one. Hehe, you think so? Monica has been giving me all kinds of pointers for my poems. So, my favorite custom music track. Do actual songs from licensed artists count? Or does it have to be, like, composed by members of the community? Sayori's poem is kind of dark. I can practically sense the subtext hidden in it. Okay, but I keep those thoughts to myself. Nevertheless, I liked it. I could actually play it right now if you wanted me to. So I think I actually want to find the specific version used in exit music. As in the Doki Doki mod. Actually, no, I want to play it again. Yeah, remember this? I think I know what really did it for me. This music's starting to play just as soon as you find out that Natsuki is about to die after an attempted suicide attempt. I know that sounded redundant. After a suicide attempt. This is when you then realize just how bad her home life was, according to Doki Doki exit music. And then you had to actually just escape her from her house. I think I'll get back to the mod now. As in the one that's right in front of me right now. So, favorite DDLC custom music track. If you'll include songs by licensed artists such as Radiohead, then this one, full stop, probably. Probably got demonetized, but oh well. Sayori hops up and down ecstatically. Okay, everyone. So as you all know, the festival's coming up. And I want to kind of let you all know what I plan for each person to do. Each girl looks at Monica with a sense of confidence and determination. For almost a split second, I am taken back to my old class. All of us in formation, listening to our leader's speech in an attempt to motivate. It makes me smile. Okay, so I want Sayori to prepare some flyers to help advertise the club during the festival. Yuri, I would like for you to make some decorations and atmospheric enhancements of the room. Natsuki, since you are a master of baking, I would like for you to make us some bona fide cupcakes. Alright, good night, physicist. I'll be managing as guide at the club. What about me? I don't think we're actually going to get to the good stuff tonight. Unless I just whiz through this text. Most memorable person in the club. Wait, what? I would like for you to assist one of us in each of our activities. You, of course, can pick who to help. I'll help Sayori. So I guess we're gonna exchange phone numbers, or maybe not. So we just walk home. I seen you on the singing ads mule. Connecting the world through music. Looks like something in Thai. Looks like something from Thailand. What does Smule mean? A singing app from Thailand? And here it's saying it's an American mobile app headquartered in San Francisco. I smile in secret when she does this. I really should be slapping her and forcing her to keep her wits about. But she doesn't like me. She is a normal girl. I am not a normal boy. I let her enjoy herself. I am so excited that you chose to help me, Level Engine. Don't get too excited. I'm only choosing to help you because, well, from what I have seen so far, you need someone to kind of keep you on track. You're basically a fire hose with no one holding it. It's like you know me so well, and we haven't even known each other long. Yeah. Sayori looks at me and stops her skipping. So what do you think of the club? Why do you ask that? Well, you always kept your meanie face on. My what? Yeah, I was singing a weird song with some other person. Did you actually clip this, or are you just making this up? I don't remember singing with another person. Or, actually no, maybe I do, but this had to have been years ago. Yeah, I remember it now. Gotta keep hitting that record button. Neither of us were very good at singing, but oh well, we were having fun. You know, your face? Woman, my face is attached to my head. You need to elaborate if you're making a hypothetical. Sorry. Sometimes you can look like you're really mad. Or that you aren't paying attention, like you're off in some magic world in your head. I see. I don't offer an additional retort. Are you gonna answer my question, silly? I don't really know how to answer. I just joined, so I don't have one for you. There are definitely other things I could be doing right now. I may not like them. But I guess I could say that I don't despise my time in it. That's not all that optimistic. It's just not that bad either. We arrive at our normal departure point. We're here! So are you gonna come over and help me tomorrow? No. Why? I have something I have to do. We can meet up Sunday. Oh! Well, I guess that's okay. Alright. Goodbye, Sayori. I turn away and walk home. September 4th, 20XX, 8:57 a.m., train station. The sky is filled with a marginal amount of clouds. It gives the morning a pleasant depth. I walk up the cement stairs of the station, ready to rendezvous with a contact of mine. Not many people are around here. I guess it makes sense since it's a Saturday. I meet my contact at 9 a.m. This is my job. Level engine, over here. I hear a woman's voice call out to me from my southeast. That voice. Oh god, no. I turn to face the sound of the voice and my fears are confirmed. Oh, look at you! You're even bigger than when I last saw you! What in God's name are you doing here, Julia? Before me is an older woman that I've known for quite a while. Isn't it obvious? Dear God, don't tell me I'm stuck with you. Hey, now that is a good way to hurt a girl's feelings. Girl? You're an entire decade older than I am. You maybe were a girl when I first met you, but... I see you haven't changed from your normal bratty self. I look up and down her body. For being 28, she still looks as if she's passable for someone who isn't even allowed to drink yet. I think I actually remember this conversation, this rendezvous with Julia from an earlier playthrough, so... I'll fast forward past it again. And then I guess I'll just stop fast forwarding here. Feels nice to relax for a moment after getting home from the rendezvous, but doesn't last since I hear footsteps approaching me at a rapid pace. Tighten my grip on the fence, prepare to be rushed. I assume my normal combat position when facing enemy with close quarters. And it's just Sayori. Level engine, are you okay? What the? Sayori? The hell are you doing out here so late? Well, I was... Never mind that. I saw you lean onto your fence like you were hurt. I'm fine. Why were you worried? Of course I was. You were gone all day. And then when I look out my window, I see you hunched up against your fence like you were hurt. It's enough to scare a girl, you know? I guess so. I place my hand on Sayori's shoulder. Go home. Why don't you come over for a little bit? No. I'm going to get something to eat and go to sleep. As I said, we can meet up tomorrow. Alright. Good night, Level Engine. So then we'll just hang out with Sayori. So it's the Sunday, September 5th, 11:56, Sayori's house. Yeah, he should be here any minute now. What time did you two agree on? This morning he texted me he would come by at noon. Well, since you are in charge of flyers and attracting new people to the club, what did you two have in mind to work on? I want us to make the flyers look cute and nifty. Are you sure the Level Engine is able to do that? What do you mean, Monica? Level Engine doesn't look like the person who is able to dish out cute. You're probably right. I can think of something. Alright, well. Oh, I think he is here! I knock on Sayori's front door as soon as my watch alerts me to the changing of the hour. I can hear bumping and rumbling from inside as I assume she races for a door. Yay, Level Engine, you are here! On time as I promised. Hey, come on in. Sayori invites me into her home and I take a couple seconds to look at the home. You can learn a lot about a person by their living situation. And Sayori is surprisingly clean. I expect to see trash scattered everywhere and a bunch of dishes lying around. Sayori shows me around her house and ends in her bedroom. Ta-da! And that's the tour. Sayori twirls her arms around as she spins. My prior observations are probably defunct at this point. Her room isn't that messy, but still nonetheless. Clothes are scattered about quite abundantly. I don't think a tour was necessary at all, Sayori. Anyway, what do you have planned for us to do? Well, since I'm making the flyers and using them to help bring in members, I was thinking we could work on that. And how do you suppose we do that? It's easy, we make them! I don't think you're getting at what I mean, woman. How are we gonna make them? Do you have any of the necessary supplies and equipment to meet our goal today? Oh! I completely forgot! Of course you did. I run my hand through my hair in an attempt to brainstorm. Do you have a laptop? Yeah, I do. Why do you ask? Easy. Bring it here. Sayori returns holding a small silver laptop. I sit down on the floor as a response. Aren't you going to sit on the bed? Well, I would accept the invitation, but you seem to have your panties all over it. I look back to several pairs of undergarments that Sayori is shamelessly lying around. All differing pastel colors. Kya? I knew I should have put those away! She sets the laptop down next to me and begins to hastily pick up her scattered clothes. I open up a simple presentation editor program on our laptop and begin formulating a decent size for the flyers. Once Sayori is finished with her embarrassing cleaning spree, she sits down on me next to the floor. What you doing? Since you don't have the necessary materials to construct flyers here, we can easily chart them on your laptop and print them at school. Oh, that is a great idea, Level Engine. You're so smart. I wouldn't consider it smart. Just knowing how to prepare and adapt to the lack thereof. So since you sound like you already have in mind a basic layout, explain them to me. I was thinking we could have the flyers be all sorts of different colors. Bright colors! Why bright colors? Why not? There's a reason for everything, Sayori. But since you're so cheerful and elated all the time, I assume you enjoy it? Because they convey a happier presentation and tone. Yeah! Wow, how did you know all that? You're easy to read. I point to the laptop screen. What else? Well, we should probably say where the Literature Club is, so we can put the room number down. We should probably also explain what the Literature Club is. Simply just saying Literature Club doesn't cut it. People are still going to need context. Oh, we can put that too! I'm not the one to call shots here, I am the assistant, not the leader. She inches closer and closer to me while we immerse ourselves into this project. I notice, of course, but I don't say anything. Oh, what if we put a picture of a pen right here? Do you think that would make a good design? Of course! Alright, we can do that. But it should be proportionate to the text we input, so it doesn't look out of place. Okay. Can I type the words? I don't see why not. She doesn't grab it, she simply rotates it on my lap to face her. Then she leans over to get a better view of it and starts to type away while the laptop sits in my possession. Does this girl understand what she's doing? Sayori. Yeah? Do you know what you're doing? Of course, silly! I am typing what we should say on the flyers. She turns her head to make eye contact with me. Is she really this dense? Or is this one of her subtle ways of hitting on me? She returns her gaze to the laptop and continues working, softly and quietly humming to herself. At this point, I just let her have her fun. I lean my head back against her wardrobe and watch her work. Eventually, we switch off and I am the one working again. As we continue working, Sayori, who is at this point touching my body, leans her head on my shoulder and watches me work. I stop typing for a moment and cock my head to the side. Am I bothering you? Not at all. Kinda surprised me, to be honest. Did you get sleep last night? No. Why? I had a lot on my mind. So I guess I'm just really sleepy right now. Did she? She did. The woman fell asleep on me. Idiot. She and I only just met a little bit ago. She certainly has placed quite a lot of trust in me. Letting me into her home, into her room, and being so close to me to the point where she becomes completely vulnerable. Especially someone like me. I'm not a good person. There's no way I could be. Even if she tried to teach me otherwise. I stopped typing. I can practically hear your words now. When someone has placed trust in you, it is important not to break it. Trust is an extremely valuable thing. It bonds two people for life. You were the only person who could actually sit down with me and put effort towards me. Everyone else just shoved me to the side and ignored me. I was too much of a hassle for them, but not to you. Your picturesque smile still pierces me at the very core. I feel something small begin to run down my cheek. I quickly remove it and return my attention to Sayori. I guess it isn't so bad if I just let her rest for a while. Finally finished. After a few hours, she's been sleeping for a few hours. Wasn't a terrible sight. Then I raise her up and do what? Lie her down on her bed. As a result of this, she rolls over and continues her rest. It makes me smile at the sight. I arrive home. After making myself something to eat, I go up to my room and lie down onto my bed. I check my watch and decide that I can read for a few hours before going to sleep. Propping my back against the wall near my window, I open a book and read until the night overcomes me. A few hours later, the night has swallowed the world and I feel tired. Guess it's to be expected of that girl. It's the day at the festival, but it's night. It's time to get up and go to school. I perform my normal morning routine, so on and so forth. Okay, now it's daytime. So there's Sayori. Are you excited for today? Not really. Why not? Because I have to read a damn poem in front of people. Hehe, you will enjoy it. Sayori, you evidently don't know me then. Did you even write a poem? Yes, I did. Good. Trust me, Level Engine, you'll do great. I'm willing to bet it's probably going to be the same one we saw when I actually played the Yuri route. I just want to do double check, though. I approached several students and informed them about the club, handing them a flyer. Some of my other classmates looked at me like I was a ghost when I approached them. You're actually in a club? Yeah, and it's a pretty decent one. You should come by. Maybe. I continue this charade of putting on fake smiles, pretending I care about people, their opinions, and my own integrity against their rejections. I wonder how Sayori's doing. Pretending to care about people. That's a start. Can you check out my club? It would be great if you did. Sure, Sayori, anything for you. Yeah, of course. I never knew you were in a club. You bet I will check it out. Hehe. Would you mind checking out the club I'm in? No thanks. A literature club? Ew, no. No? Ugh, at least I'm almost out of flyers. I've spoken to a large number of students as well. The least I can do is hope some of my efforts pay off. Sayori's on her way back with guests. We can do this. Correct, we can. Everyone, let's take a seat at our desks. At 5 desks moved separately to the front of the club room, each of the girls sits down. I take a seat next to Monica. We gingerly wait for students to enter the door. Alright everyone, here we are. Students walk in. I'm proud of you. Got a lot of people. I wouldn't have missed it for the world, sweetheart. I hear a guy's voice coo at Sayori. Level Engine! Meet my friend Kagan. He was interested in joining the club. Nice to meet... Gah? It's you! It's you! You two know each other? Never removing my gaze from him, I respond. We've met once before. Yes, we have. What are you doing in here? I'm a member of the literature club. What are you doing here? I'm here because Sayori asked me to check out the club. How very interesting. Is there something wrong here? I don't respond. He doesn't either. No, nothing at all, Sayori. With that said, how about you let me give your friend here the tour? That won't be necessary. His voice whimpers. No, I insist. He is your friend, Sayori? He can be mine, too. The boy begins to sweat profusely. No, it's fine. I will stay with Sayori. Alright then. Enjoy your time here. I placed one hand on his shoulder and gently squeeze. Sure. Both of them walked past me into the club room. So he is a student here. Good to know. Sayori said his name was Kagan. I'll be sure to remember that. He also seems awfully sweet to Sayori, which pretty much confirms that he has an interest in her. Why else would he be a pervert and spy on her while she changes clothes? Well, I gave him a fair warning. For now, however, I'll leave him be. I look back and watch both of them closely. Going back to the door, I lean back on the wall and help Monica greet the newcomers. So they're going to be reading poems. Everyone just reads their poems. And I read mine. Yeah, I remember this one. Helpful and hindering. Laudable to no bounds. Extremely unpredictable. You picked me up instead of letting me down. You may be gone, but your image will never fade from the abyss of my mind. So I'm gonna assume Ashley, this person that raised the main character, took him in away from an abusive father who would have probably killed him otherwise. I'm assuming she's dead. Julia's still alive, that I know, but I'm gonna assume Ashley's dead. All of a sudden, everyone starts clapping. That was so good! Amazing! You're not that bad at all. The way you presented it was what made it. I didn't think I was all that good. But thank you all for letting me be the final figure to present before you. Each of the students in the room all begin to converse with each other and start moving about. Natsuki's cupcakes disappear quickly. The environment of the room is happy and relaxed thanks to Yuri's enhancements. And with Monika and Sayori talking to everyone, I got a really good feeling about everything. That is until Kagan walks up to me. I'm assuming it's Kagan. So your name is Level Engine, and yours is Kagan. That's Russian, correct? How do you know? It's just a little common knowledge I've picked up. On a more important note, why are you here? I could ask you the same question. I don't think that would merit a response from me, considering what you were doing that night. I was having my fun too until you showed up. I gently take a step closer to him. Do you remember what I told you? I don't believe I did. What was it you said? Allow me to refresh you. If I ever see you near Sayori's house again, I'm not going to hesitate to hurt you more than I did that one night. Do you understand me? You have a lot of nerve saying that. Do I? I think it's you who has the nerve coming here. So you're going to threaten me if I don't? Are you willing to take that chance? Your eyes. It's like you're hollow inside. Ha ha ha! That is a great joke, Kagan. I raise my voice loud enough for the other girls to hear. It sucks that you have to go so soon. I do hope I see you again, my friend. He begins to depart for the door, but stops before completely leaving. Sayori, I certainly hope we can hang out together alone soon. Oh, certainly. You have a good day, Kagan. That son of a bitch. Are we actually going to see more of Kagan down the Sayori route? Will we see more of this guy in Sayori's route? Because apparently he's like another love interest towards Sayori. So I want to see if he's going to be like a major character in this route. I mean, I had a feeling he would be kind of just sidelined when I did the Yuri route. He was, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to be sidelined for Sayori's route. I'm willing to bet that Kagan's going to be like a major character for the Sayori route. The boy you were talking to, do you know him? Should I tell Monika about what happened? If I keep it quiet and something happens to her, I don't know what I might do. On the other hand, if I tell Monika, it could cause another array of problems. Monika, would you mind if I talk to you outside for a second? Oh, of course we can. So that's what happened. That's horrible. How could he do that to her? He seems to be very eccentric. Definitely when it comes to his interest in Sayori earlier. Monika closes her eyes and rubs her brow, clearly assessing the situation. What do we do, Level Engine? Honestly, Monika, we can't do anything. What? What do you mean by that? It isn't cryptic. Right now, if we try to intervene, it could get Sayori hurt or in trouble. Or she would end up getting mad at us. Or even more scared than she was the night after it happened. Exactly. She was terrified until I talked to her. That's right, you did talk to her and cleared her fears right up. You're such a good person. I guess I will actually have to be a hidden guard for her for a while. Expect my help. I can't let you do all of this on your own. You don't have to, Monika. I am perfectly capable of doing it on my own. I can see why Sayori has taken a liking to you. What? I'll see you back in the room. Woman, wait! Ugh. And so our part of the festival has come to a conclusion. We just clean up. Sayori is a girl that I wouldn't really ever deem competitive, but all of that has just changed. At this point, our blue-eyed monster is now throwing softballs as hard as she can at the booth. I've taken refuge behind a nearby sign. Sayori, be careful! No, I want to win the teddy bear! Just be careful then. Yeah! Sayori hucks another softball towards a target, and misses poorly. I only have one ball left! Let me try, Sayori. Huh? Do you think you can do it? Yes. Sayori hands me her final softball. She's tried 3 times so far to win a stupid teddy bear, and all 3 times she has failed miserably. I look at the target and place myself into my normal position for targeting. I take a breath and throw. Ding! Well, young man, you actually hit it! Huh. What? Level Engine, you did it! Sayori enthusiastically wraps her arms around me. The man operating the booth hands Sayori a little teddy bear with blue eyes. I'm so happy! Your friend here is amazing. Right? Hehe. A few of Sayori's friends decided to join us as we were exploring the festival. Strangely enough, after they joined up, Sayori clung to me. I considered shoving her off my arm and questioning her immediately, but I refrained myself. It's getting late. Ready to go home? A little. You can even sleep with the teddy bear I won for you. You're right. Oh, welcome back, Mew. I think it was EB and SMW physicists that convinced me to continue playing Fruits of Literature Club. I actually finished one route for one of the girls, specifically Yuri. Now I'm going to play the Sayori route. I just started at this live stream. Then there will still be Natsuki and Monica to eventually go back for as well. While on our walk home, Sayori doesn't ease up on her clinginess. She's been close to my right arm the entire time. I'm not objecting to it, but it seems odd. Her smile does not seem to fade in any capacity either. I feel at ease for once. After Kagan causing what he did earlier, I kind of found myself more attracted to Sayori. It's weird. Level Engine, that poem you read earlier. What about it? It was about your, mom person, right? Just call her my guardian. And yes, it was about her. It was really sweet. Call it what you want. What happened to your guardian? She is dead. Oh. How did she die, though? Cancer? I don't know. It's in the past now. I wish I could run from the past. I take a few deep breaths and continue walking Sayori home. I really got the feeling that Ashley was in fact dead. So Ashley was her name. Yep. Tell me about her. You're so goddamn needy. Fine. She was interesting. She was a very sweet woman 1 second and a total bitch the next. She taught me, or tried to at least, everything she knew. If I disobeyed or showed insubordinates, I got corrected. Corrected? She showed me that I need to be able to own up to my mistakes. I need to face them head on without regrets. But also, mistakes at times are not an option. People can get hurt by a simple malfeasance of tongue. She sounds really stern. That she was. But she ended up breaking me. And I became a better man because of it. Well, that's great, if you want to call it that. You go get some rest now, okay? Thank you, Level Engine. Thank you so much for making today a great day. Did it really make this day special for her? As I walk away, I feel a smile work itself onto my face. School sports field. Are we going to play the soccer game here again? Yup. I'm going to fast forward past the soccer game, guys. Sorry. I think you might need to just go back to part 2 or actually just read through all this dialogue. And then we go eat a fast food joint and everyone's really impressed with my gameplay. Why don't you join the main roster? We could seriously use you. Appreciate the offer, but no. Why not? Because I already have prior obligations I need to fulfill. Damn. Wait, aren't you also in that one club? Oh yeah, the Literature Club, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that one. It's got that Sayori girl in it. Oh, the really cute one with the blue eyes? Yeah. They aren't bad girls. I actually enjoy their company. Oh, got a little harem going on there, Level Engine? So I think it was actually in, part 2 or... maybe part 3 it was, where I play that football game or soccer game. I figured it was just going to be all the same dialogue again anyway, so I just fast-forwarded past it. I think it's in part 2 or 3. I have enough respect for them to not consider such indecent things. I will say that the Sayori girl is pretty cute. She's friendly, too. Oh, that's nice. I would like to take her clothes off and get friendly with her. That's enough. The other guys look at me shocked. None of you have any right to say that. I get it, we're guys, let's joke around a bit, but you don't know any of these girls or what they've been through. You have no right to treat them with such disrespect. Alright, no need to go King Kong on this level engine. Sorry for the outburst as well. Not like I can blame you. I mean, we're in a lot of the same classes. I see that girl with you quite a lot. It's only natural to be defensive for her. I guess so. So a club about literature. You find that interesting? So you're both a scholar and an athlete then. I'm many things. But I wouldn't say I was either of those. You run and move like you do that on a daily basis. Hell, even in PE, you're always a top performer. Yeah, when we're in class 2, you almost always get perfect scores. How does someone like you even come into existence? Through blood. Lots of it. Well, the captain said you're more than welcome to fill in at any time for any missing players of ours. Will you do it? I don't see why not. Awesome. Sayori? Hi! What are you doing here? I was looking for you, silly. I want to congratulate you on winning the game today. You were super cool! Well thank you, Sayori. Hee. I guess I might as well thank you too. Thank me? For what? For coming out to support us. Of course, Level Engine. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Wouldn't have, not wouldn't of. I mean, it sounds like you're saying wouldn't of, or couldn't have, or no, could have or would have or should have instead of should have. So not too surprising to see that little grammatical error there. I place my hand on her shoulder and smile gently. Good. It's not should have or could have, it's should have, so on and so forth. It's just the way it comes out when you speak it. Sounds like you're saying the words should and of. With that contraction, should have. We were lucky to have you. Since you're busy, I'll talk to you later, okay? Alright. Bye, Sayori. Bye. Pretty easy to make that mistake, just saying. Sayori and I have been spending a lot more time together since the festival. It hasn't been that bad. We've grown a little closer, but Kagan still continues to egg me on. Granted, I could have beaten him down the first chance I got, but if I'm going to be smart about how I approach this, I can't be hasty. So I continue eating. I guess since I'm walking home, I might as well pick up something to read. A newspaper would do. I stop by a small newspaper vendor and pick one up. There's an article about some guy named Zero who wrote a little poem for his girlfriend's birthday on November 18th. Ugh, that's really mushy. But I will not lie, it's cute. That girl must be really lucky. Zero. As I reach the neighborhood, I notice something unusual. Okay, so this is actually the beginning of Chapter 3, so I did fast forward through a ton of Chapter 2. I notice a black sedan parked against the curb about 3 houses down from Sayori's. One that I haven't seen before. Feeling a little cautious, I immediately change the path on my route. Normally I wouldn't concern myself with random cars that happen to stop by, but the model of this sedan is much different than one you would normally see on this street. I move into a nearby alley and get closer to the car, making sure to remain in shadows and out of sight. Inspecting the car, I take a look at the reflection of the setting sun on the dark-tinted windows. Just as I suspected, the reflection from the sun wobbles slightly, indicating someone in the driver's seat. What are you waiting for? As I think that, the engine roars to life. Shortly after, the car drives off. I stay in my position for a few more minutes to make sure that the coast is clear. That was concerning. I mean, it could very much be a coincidence, but it could also be otherwise. At least I can relax. Sayori? She has to be safe. I don't have a good feeling about this at all. I have to move quickly. I immediately turn away from my door, only to be caught off guard by someone standing directly behind me. Hi, Level Engine! Go? Sayori? Why were you yelling my name? Looking around bewildered, I look Sayori in her sparkling blue eyes. So you are okay? Well, yeah, why wouldn't I be? Is everything alright? Yeah. Looking into her eyes, I utter a genuine reassurance. Everything is okay now. You act like you just saw a ghost. No, just a monster with blue eyes on my doorstep. Hey! How was hanging out with the guys on the team? It wasn't anything special. Do you want to hang out now that you are home? Sure, I don't have anything better to do. I open my door and invite Sayori in. Before heading back inside, I take one last look behind me. For a moment there, I was worried that Sayori was in serious trouble. Why am I acting like this? Oh, come on, level engine. Sayori has already made her way into my living room and is switching through TV channels. Who said you could mess with my TV? I was hoping something good would be on. Since you're already making yourself at home, why don't you tell me what type of shows you like? Anything, I guess. But not scary stuff. I don't like that. I guess that's to be expected from someone like you. Or maybe I will just save right here and then pick this up another time. I'm gonna actually leave it at here. And then just remember to load from this save slot to continue the Sayori route. I'm gonna guess... Actually, I don't know what to guess is gonna happen. I don't know if she's gonna get abducted again, just like Yuri did. Or if it's gonna be something completely different.